Good
We
morning.
are
I know you didn't.
live, guys.
You got that link? You can send me that link so I can start.
It's in the chat, homie.
Oh.
Are we all the way live right now?
It's already in the chat, Devar.
Cool.
Yeah, we are all the way live right now.
So what's up, folks? Welcome to Let's Talk Freedom. It's Thursday night. You know, we got that cheap talk, free thoughts. Got my man Dre over here, the CEO of Urban Country Films. We got the big dog John down there with who's that? Is that Kelly Kapowski on your shirt?
Oh yeah, bro.
That's Kelly Kapowski.
Yeah, man.
Oh hell, brah. That was Bay back in the day. And then we got my man,
Oh, yeah.
the professor, Devar. What's up, bro?
What's going on, man?
And if y'all might not remember me, I go by the name of Seventh Tab. 2 watches, so I always know what time it is. I am the voice of the streets. What's good with y'all?
Man,
Same
It's
on,
good to
man.
have
Ready?
you back.
Glad to
Life
see
is
you
getting in
guys,
the
man.
way.
Glad to be back.
Hope everybody had a good family friend festival last week, aka Thanksgiving. But
Nah, they said you couldn't, man. It's illegal.
yeah, in some states it
yeah,
was.
I mean, Pennsylvania, like it was mandatory that you wear masks if you have a gathering over a certain number.
Nah, they
In
said
your
you
own
couldn't
home.
go. What was the number you couldn't go
Michigan.
over?
I don't remember. I
think it was
I think
like
they said
8.
like 6. Nah, man, it was like 6.
6. That means I couldn't.
Six.
My family can't. We can't even get together.
I'm
All of us
telling
can't
you,
even get.
one of my kids can't.
Two
One
of
of my
them
kids
can't
can't come to the table. That was a
Legit,
joke, man.
But on some COVID news, man, still out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for some reason though, what I noticed was after they put a curfew for what 10 p.m. something like that. I guess that's when COVID is at its height. During the day it don't bother you
Yeah.
though, and when you're
Oh no,
protesting,
yeah,
it don't
COVID be out
bother
at
you.
night, bro.
Yeah.
Protesting's
COVID
cool
always comes
though,
out at night.
but eating with family, that's
No
a
good.
no-no.
No good. No good.
Yeah.
It kind of is a no-no because I'm awaiting my wife's test results.
So you're gonna stay away from your
So,
wife if she's. Wait, let me ask you: are you gonna stay away from your wife if she's positive?
No, because because if she's positive, then I've already been exposed to it and my kids. But
Why,
you can
why
catch
didn't
it
you go to
again.
Why didn't you go to the 1 day spot?
What?
huh?
You can get your test results in 1 day, bro. And you ain't got to
Oh,
pay
she
for
goes
it.
through work.
No, wait. Speaking
Yeah,
of the
no,
test.
she goes.
Speaking of the test, well, I know we're going way off subject to even talking about coronavirus right now because if you guys just joining us, we are going to be talking about men and women's sports and vice versa. But since we're talking about COVID, did you guys realize that the swabs that are being used aren't just regular cotton swabs? They're actually they're newly developed swabs with microtechnology that could actually latch onto your cells and even alter your cells. Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm awaiting her test and not mine.
If that ain't the biggest bunch of bullshit I've ever fucking heard in my life.
Oh, so you're not familiar with nanotechnology then?
I know what nanotechnology is.
Okay.
But to think that they're gonna unleash it in the amounts that they doing these fucking testing and shit. And what's to say they don't know if you've been tested in other places or not, bro? They're just gonna keep jumping fucking thousands of dollars of nanosec in your fucking nose at a time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude.
Why not?
Eventually, we're all become like Iron Man and shit.
Fuck it.
Man, look.
Fuck it.
Worked out good for him.
If I know anything about nanotechnology, it always makes everybody who has it better. So
Yeah, I'm not down.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I'm not down.
allegedly.
I'm not down.
I mean, I don't like the idea of a kill switch in your body. Like how some people say it could turn out like if motherfuckers just wanted you dead, they just shut you down.
Look,
But
I found out a long time ago that cocaine kills all of that shit. Don't have nanotechnology to beat cocaine yet, so develop bad habits, people. Yes, I'm telling you to do cocaine. I don't have COVID. Is
Listen,
it me being safe or is it the cocaine?
the
Think
thoughts
about it.
are
Have you ever?
Urban Country Films or Let's Talk Freedom.
But I fully support everybody out there doing cocaine.
Wow.
Oh my
when you hit the bar, there's a whole bunch of people asking you for a couple bucks. Be like, hey, you said you support it.
And you see what
I
happens when
support
this guy
them
stays
doing
away.
it. I'm not going to support their habit.
This is what happens when this guy stays away from the show for 2 weeks.
I know, right?
I gotta make shit. I gotta make up for lost time, man.
I see that, man. But who wants to kick off the topic? You wanted to keep going for something, John?
Oh, no, no.
If we gonna kick off the topic, it should be DeVar because he's the most sportiest of all of us.
Well,
Hey, where's Vince?
It's true. We are missing one. We're down one.
You guys just noticed?
No, I did notice, and I was gonna say something, but we were in conversation, and then I got sidetracked.
Well, speaking of sidetrack, I am completely against anything vegan. This vegan coquito is fucking lovely.
Why are you so against vegan stuff?
Because they shop at
bruh,
Walmart.
It's a fucking lie, bro. Veganism is a fucking lie. I'm gonna tell you why it's a fucking lie,
Talk to me.
bruh. We had the conversation on the show. You get you an Impossible Burger, bruh. It says it's plant based. What plant is it based off of?
It's the factory plant.
Soy. It's soy. That shit is soy and chemicals, bruh. You
Yeah.
might as well be eating a Newport 100.
Legit.
We're gonna have to do that on another show. That'll be a good one.
I mean, we spoke on plant-based food before. Like I've tried plant-based food, bro. Like carrots and shit. I like carrots, but like the Impossible shrimp, it don't really taste like a shrimp, but it
I
feels
question
like
all
I'm
of
eating shrimp.
I question all of those, like all of those, like those meat replacement foods.
That's not
One, I
food,
question.
bro.
It seems
Like
like there's
carrots
been a
and
boom in the market lately, and two, like you're just seeing it everywhere. And when things start to flood the market like that, I tend to keep a side eye and just look like, okay, where's all this coming from?
So,
You know
DeVar,
what I mean? But
and vegan bacon has no fucking
yeah,
cause to be called bacon.
hey,
That
real quick,
floppy ass
but
gray shit.
DeVar, when you eat vegan food,
yeah.
like, do you make it taste like meat?
No, like if you have to make it, think about it. Most people, when you eat meat anyway, you're not really eating the meat in its entirety. You're using the plants to give it that flavor. That you call it seasoning. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
I look at it like this. You're not trying to, there's no replacement for meat. And if you're in that mindset and you come into veganism, you're gonna
Be depressed.
have a hard road. You know what I mean? I'm into natural ground food that you grow. I have ginger growing. I have like almost everything that we use on a daily basis. We have growing in the yard. That's a whole different type. Like in Jamaica, we call that aital. It's a whole different way of living, like living off the land. Now, people who eat meat can live off the land. You understand what I'm saying? It's more of a connection to nature. Like that's where I am in my journey. So when you say, like, it's the easiest thing to say is like, yeah, I'm vegan, but I'm not like the typical vegan to where they just look at the package and, oh, if it says vegan, it's a go. No, I'm looking like, okay, one, it's in a package. It's not necessarily natural, whether it's vegan or not. You understand what I'm saying? Two, it's like, what is in it? How does it respond to the body and all of this stuff? Because remember, I gotta perform with people like that I'm 20 years older than. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm looking to get the most out of my training, and that's what it boils down to. And I tell my students, whether they eat meat or not, Have more plant-based foods in your life. Have more natural foods. If you do eat meat, go to those local butchers who don't pump the meat with all those hormones and everything else that you have going on. Like there's levels to it, man. Just because you stop eating meat doesn't mean you're going to be healthy or performing at a high level or your
I am
high
a
level.
firm believer. I am a very firm believer that if you don't want to eat meat, you shouldn't eat anything that resembles meat. No fucking impossible burgers, impossible hot dogs, impossible bacon. If you don't want to eat the real shit, you shouldn't get the fucking knocked down, watered down version, fucking lab made version of it.
But
I'll
then
never eat an
again,
impossible burger in my life.
but then
I eat a
again, to
veggie
the
patty.
to the on the
Veggie patty
contrary,
smack.
on the contrary to that, a lot of the stuff, even the meat that we're eating, is the watered down version. If you don't know your local butcher who's actually has the farm, who's actually growing it, you don't know what you're eating. You don't know what's in that plastic up there on the shelves. You know what I mean? I grew up on a farm. Like you actually see, like if you don't, taking a chicken to slaughter, like most people aren't connected to their food like that. They get squeamish. You know what I mean? Like if you're not connected with that process, what you doing? I remember my neighbor, he was making goat head soup and he had the whole goat head sitting on the porch with the torch, just shearing off all the hairs off of it. Tell me that man not connected with his food.
yeah,
You understand what
absolutely.
I'm saying?
But
Most people, they don't understand it to that extent. Like I
another,
respect hunters, people who hunt for food, not game hunters. Like you killing exotic animals and stuff like that. I can't really vibe with you like that. But wild boar or whatever it is that you consume
Yo,
out in the
I'll tell you
wild,
this
like
much, yo. I'll eat the turkey, bro.
the jerky. All right, guys, come on.
wait. No, on that subject, no, for real. On that subject, though, to touch on your point, like if you were to season to try to make your food taste like meat, like how would you really make your food taste like meat? Because what we do is season our foods to taste like what's
seasoning,
natural.
the plants, yeah.
Right, because the
If
seasoning
you're not
is what's
boiling a
natural.
piece of chicken and eating it just like that,
Right, you're putting
why
seasoning
are
on.
you
You're putting
masking the natural flavor? You know
exactly,
what I mean?
exactly. So really and truly, it's kind of impossible to try to make natural food taste like meat.
I mean, you can season it
No, I'm not
like
on
meat.
that
You can
whole
hit it with some
soy
Lowry
thing.
seasoning salt, some garlic salt, a little bit of pepper.
You
and
just said
paprika.
garlic. That's a
Right,
plant
all
already.
of that stuff you mentioned is all natural stuff.
Yeah.
It's just
So
additives, man.
and that's what's giving you the actual flavor. The meat is just a substance.
Nah, dude. I'm sorry. I can eat some fucking deer just grilled.
There you
Like,
go. That's natural.
I've never
That's
had it.
natural.
I've never
Yeah.
had it just grilled, so I couldn't tell you. I know what I
And-
could do is and what I have done before is caught a tuna and have a slice of the tuna, have a piece of the tuna like straight out of the ocean. That is tight. With a little bit of we didn't have wasabi because we was on the damn boat, but we did have hot
See, so you
sauce.
trying to make it taste? You trying to taste like plants and shit? Because wasabi ain't shit but fucking plant.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey.
Hey, nah, but speaking of wasabi, you know the wasabi that y'all get from like the sushi spots ain't real wasabi?
Yeah, it's horseradish.
Yeah, it's made out of this fucking green dust, bro. I used to have to mix that shit together.
Whoa.
Eventually, we're
Breathe
gonna
that
have to start
dust in,
talking about
bro.
the topic, though.
Yeah, let's
We will.
jump
Hold
into
on,
it,
hold on,
man.
hold on.
Let's jump into it. All right, we got one more minute. Let's get this out.
Yeah. So, but if you are a meat eater, like I am,
Like majority of people.
yeah.
Go
But
to-
I don't know if the majority of people can actually taste the difference in their foods. So if you don't eat or haven't eaten some wild shit, there's a huge difference in taste. A lot of people say it's gamey.
That's true.
Absolutely.
That's true. That's why I say most people aren't connected with that. Like they don't know it to that extent. You know, yes, I do, eat plants exclusively. But when I say like I go to the backyard, like they're there. I'm not looking for the latest packaged whatever it is they have going on and having that. You know what I mean? And there's people at the school right now, they eat the same things I eat, but they still eat the meat as well. They
Ain't nothing wrong
have
with
a
that.
balance. They have a balance that works with them and they're connected with their food. If you eating out of a can, a box, any kind of package. Now, don't get me wrong. Am I against those things? No, because it's convenience too. We live unnatural, we eat unnatural, we do all these things unnatural. It's just some people accept it and some don't. Like, I can only connect so far. When I get out of the Tri-County area and go up north, you know what I mean? And I get into the garden and get everything going, like it's a different feeling you get. And that's whether you eat meat or not. Like, I got friends who they eat rabbit. They hunt the wild rabbits and they eat them. Iguana. They eat the iguana. Most people they look at that stuff and they're like, they look at that stuff and they're like, ew, you eat that? Like, well, I mean, some people used to look at Jamaicans weird for eating goat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not
Like-
fucking with no iguana though.
Why?
Nah.
They're vegetarians.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. You see what
Chicken
the
of the
thing look like?
trees. Chicken of the
Chicken of the
trees.
trees.
No,
Yeah.
chickens will eat other chickens. Iguanas ain't gonna fucking eat an iguana.
Listen, I don't fuck with chickens. I like if I'm gonna eat chicken, it's by mistake. It's real shit. I don't fuck with chicken. So if I'm like, if you're gonna tell me that the iguana tastes like a chicken, I mean,
No,
I don't fuck
hold
with
on.
chicken anyway. So
Didn't
if I'm
didn't
gonna
we have
like,
this
I'm
conversation
good.
though? Didn't we already have this conversation, or I might have had it with a group at work?
I'm Go ahead.
But
Man,
Why
well,
is-
I think we need to dive into this next week, man. This look like this gonna be
Yeah, but let's get
No,
back to our topic, yo, that we've been advertising. that we told the
but
people.
hold on. So, why is it that chicken is the default taste of the masses? When someone can't explain how something tastes, they just say, "Oh, it tastes like chicken."
Because chicken don't taste like anything.
Because chicken is so random.
Is it?
It's just so
No one's
fucking
really-
random. You know what? Chicken don't even have a use other than but to eat.
Eggs, bruh.
Exactly. And what do you do with the eggs?
eat them.
You hard boil them, color them, and hide them for Easter.
Chickens don't have a use other than but to eat, bro. They don't have a fucking use. They can't even fly. They got freaking wings. They can't
Let me
fly.
ask you a question.
Mhm.
Where do you see chickens in the wild?
I don't.
The
Yeah, I do all the time.
No,
Where?
I'm talking about like a wild, like they're just wild. I mean, in Jamaica we have them. We call them common fowl, but they're like they came from, you know,
Somebody was raising
Exactly.
freaking fowls and
Bruh,
yeah.
you go anywhere in fucking Miami, there's chickens running around fucking
that ain't what I'm
everywhere.
talking about, man. I'm talking about in the wild, natural habitat.
I would like
Where
to.
are chickens?
I would like to see
natural
the
habitat.
history. I would like to see
Where
the
is the
history
chicken's
on them.
natural habitat?
No, I believe
That's my question. That's what I'm asking. Iguanas have their natural. Chicken of the trees have their natural
Yeah.
habitat.
yeah, chicken don't have no habitat. That thing was made.
Chicken,
They-
chicken,
they- they
chicken of the sea,
ground, bruh.
chicken of the sea, tuna. They have their natural habitat.
Well,
Yeah.
then it be the ground, bro. Chickens are the ground.
Where though?
Where? Yeah.
Every wild animals, all natural animals have their wild surroundings. Chickens and cows. Where are they in the wild?
Well,
Outside
I'll
of
say
farming.
On the farm.
Cows are in
Fuck
fucking
that.
Davy off of fucking.
No, but listen,
You-
we
you
know
missing
that.
me, man. You
Listen, no,
missing me.
no, but
And
we
then,
know
and
back
then
in the
chickens
day.
are in their natural habitat is anywhere in Dade County, bro. Where they're
No,
either gonna be
no, we
fucking
got chickens and
killed,
roosters up here too,
fought,
though.
or fucking eaten.
No, we got the chickens and the roosters up here in Broward too. It's not
Yeah,
exclusive.
the three things chickens is
Today.
used for: eating, fighting, and sacrificing to the gods.
Well, I guess they do. They've been sacrificing chickens for a minute. Well, not just
And
chickens,
then,
but
and
they've
then
been
people use the
sacrificing
chicken bones
everything.
and shit,
They've
shaking up the
sacrificed
chicken
the
bones and
baby.
reading futures.
No, but they've been sacrificing babies too. So I mean, the chicken ain't special when it comes to sacrificing.
Hey, hold on, guys. I think we're getting a little sidetracked.
A little.
A little,
A little.
a little.
We 20 minutes in.
We're giving Vince the opportunity to pop in. Last thing. So there's this holiday season on December 25th that a lot of people celebrate. Some people call it Christmas. But
Hmm.
are there anything is like if I wanted to go get like a website or some Irish moss or some Seventh merch, is there any place I can purchase these wares?
Well-
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, tell me where.
I love you, John.
Well, if you're looking for your natural Irish moss, you definitely want to go to www.caribsensations.com. That's where you can find it. You have the raw Irish moss, or you have it in gel form. We make it for you, we ship it out to you, and then you'll be all good to go. If you have any questions, you could go ahead and link us on the website, www.caribsensations.com.
What do you do with Irish moss gel, bro? Do you like rub it in your hair and like it makes your shit grow or something?
Nah, you put it in your juices.
Yeah, it's consumable. You can it's a thickening agent. So if you want to make your smoothies a little bit thicker, if you're making gravy, like all right, Christmas
Dude.
time is coming up. For that Christmas dinner, you want to make the gravy a little bit thicker, add some sea moss in there. You want to do YouTube channel, Carib Sensations. There's over 50 videos with all that, and we base everything around Irish moss.
And speaking
And
of which,
you got you covered.
Speaking of which, let me put him on the spot real quick. I'm trying to get him on the morning show because we got Urban Country Mornings to do like a health segment in the mornings for you guys. So, you know, look out for hopefully him saying yes.
Trap.
Yeah,
It's a trick, bro. It's a trick. Don't do that shit. Fuck that.
Y'all help me entice him, y'all. Help me entice him.
Fuck that.
Let him know
shit.
let him know how you want to know how to make the little smoothies, the health smoothies in the morning, and you want to know
Hey, if you're a
what's
guy,
good for you and stuff.
The VAR don't give no advice out before 3 p.m. Remember that.
Oh man. Nah, I'm working on it, man. I want to do it though. You know, I'm working on it. Just
Listen, man,
working
time
out
in life,
everything. Y'all
man.
know what's going on.
Yeah,
We talk
life.
behind the scenes. You see
life-
everything going
Life
on.
goes on, bro. Life definitely gets in the way. Let's say that, at the least. To say the least.
Speaking of going on, hold on. I need 7th Ave. Drop. Someone want to get some merch. Where do they go, man? What do they do?
Right now, you're going to have to hit me directly.
Okay.
Okay.
So you got to find me on the Facebook, on the Twitter, on Instagram. Just look
What's
up
them
the
links,
7th
man?
Ave
What's
at
them links?
7th
Drop 'em.
Ave, bruh, at 7th Ave, bro.
Everything 7th Ave.
Ave 7th.
Yeah.
At the Ave 7th, some shit like that. I got weird ass fucking shit. But tell me, if you want 7th Ave gear,
You gonna find it.
hit somebody up. You will find it. And it'll probably be on 7th Ave.
Hit Urban Country Films, and we know where to find them. How about Alpha?
Yeah.
I'm always around. 7th Ave. Follow me.
We know which 7th Ave to find them on because there's plenty of 7th Aves around here. But
Just look for the Lexus. That's all I got to say.
So is there
Gotcha.
any other shameless self promotion?
Yeah. One more shameless self-promotion. If you are a content creator and you would like to do what we're doing, hit up urbancountryfilms.com. We have what we're doing is we're packing the platform right now. So we're issuing free websites and we're putting all the support behind you. Everything you everything that we can possibly do for you to make you successful is what we're here to do. BUhosting.com 1111. Get your website, get your domain name. We're headed to a point with all the censorship that everyone is going to need their own personal website. BUhosting.com, we got you covered. 1111. Lock it in. Even if it's just your name.
Make a wish.
Yeah. 1111.
Oh, one more promotion. We're going to do this shamelessly. To anybody out there that's doing their content thing and they hit him up for that website and get your content creation out there, for $7, I will be on anybody's first and second show. $7. 2 shows. 7th Ave appearance for $7.
I'm booking you for the morning
This
show.
to the,
Wait,
we're running this to the 7th of next year.
I'm booking you to the 7th for the morning show. What do we do? I got to send a cash app? How do we do this?
Yeah. Cash out me $7 and I'll be on the morning show. 2 episodes.
What you gonna
All
say,
right.
John?
so there, I have no.
You're not plugging nothing?
Yeah. Okay. You see this prime real estate right here.
Tax.
You're a business and you want to shoot me $300,000. I'll get your business tattooed on my arm.
I like it. On each arm, so that's 600. 600 grand.
Other than that, I really have nothing. except for the show must go on. So
All right.
let's kick this off, Devar.
All right. So we're talking about men playing women sports and women playing men's sports. Now, talking about this topic, what I'm talking about, I'm not talking about the traditional, you know, men playing a sport or women playing a sport that was typically for men and starting a women's league. What I'm talking about is women actually playing in men's sports. Give examples: football, maybe even basketball, combat sports, you name it. The list goes on. Um, the reason why we're even talking about this, if you, let's see, was it over the weekend? Young
Yeah, that
lady, I
chick in
forgot her name.
college.
She's a soccer player. Yeah.
And
She's
she kicked the first kickoff or extra point or some shit, right?
no, it wasn't an extra point. She was nowhere near that field goal, but she did the kickoff to start
Yeah,
the second
okay.
half. Um, I'm not sure how far she kicked. I think it landed on maybe the 30-yard line or something like that, and then she ran off the field. You know, I guess they were promoting it as, you know, making history and this and that. But here's my thing when it comes to that. The the team in question, the team has some issues that they have to take care of before they even entertain, you know, anything on that level, because they lost that game. I think it was 41-0, and it was 21-0. It was 21-0 when she did the kickoff. So my thing is, what did that do for the team? You know what I mean? Here's the thing: if there's women out there who can handle being in a man's sport and they can bring something to the collective as far as, you know, the team is concerned, that's fine. But if you want things to be equal, then make it equal. Most people, when they do the kickoff, what do? They run down that field and they get ready for action. I'm glad she ran off that field because I don't want to see anything happen to her, because you dealing with dudes 6'7", 300 pounds. She did the right thing. She kicked and she skated out of there. She got out of
Personally,
there
I'm
quick.
all for that. I think she should have stayed in there and threw a little fucking block or whatever, fucking try to make a tackle. Because have you seen some of these kickers in the NFL?
Those
they're
kickers,
not all that big of a person either. And like I'm
not at
fully
all.
for women playing in men's sports, but there's a stipulation. This is a big stipulation. You have to be able to compete at that level. If you are not at that level, athleticism, strength, durability, and toughness, you have no business playing in that sport.
But that's the thing. Take out the gender. She wasn't at that level to begin with. If she was a man and she kicked off like that, you would have been like, damn, that was trash.
You know why, man? It's because they knew it was gonna be publicity. They
That's
knew.
exactly what it is. And my thing is, I hate the exploitation of it. Like when they do stuff like that, it's like, you know, what are you really doing that for? I mean, if they were the ones who had 41 points on the board, or on the second half, if they had 21-0 and they decide to do that, one, if I was the other team, I'd be like, damn, they really, you know, they really have like no, they really don't feel
No
any kind of
respect.
threat. They
So
feel no kind of threat,
from a
but
co-
they're losing, and then you do something like that, like it doesn't do anything for the team, and the head coach got fired
but
because of it.
but here, what did he get fired because of it, or did he get fired because he's a sorry coach? And
It's a sorry team, and the coach is supposed to bring the team to the next level. And
yeah,
I'm sure
absolutely.
the coach also authorized her kicking. Like, what did that do for the team? Like, my thing is, if everyone, whether it's man or woman, you have to bring value to the collective. What value did that bring to the team?
No, okay. So sometimes, as a coach,
Quality.
speaking from a coach's perspective, right? Sometimes it's when you're in a situation where you're in a game that it's either two things happen, one or two things are happening. It's either you're way up and the other team can't catch up, or you're way down and there's no way you're going to catch up. When
All right.
when those things, either one of those two things are happening, You start looking to the sideline to the people that never get a chance to get in the game.
If you can't
And-
find somebody,
I don't
you know,
even
bring a
think she
spark
was
to
a
the-
part of the team. She's
No,
a
she was a part of-
professional
no.
soccer player.
No, she's a part of the team. She was a kicker. She's a kicker.
That
She
was
was
her
a,
first time kicking.
but she was a part of the team. That's what I'm saying, Navarro. When you're coaching football, you got all these people on the sidelines that normally don't even have a chance to step in the game. You got some third, fourth string players that never get a chance to see field in game time. So
I
when
agree with that.
you're in a situation when you're way up or you're way down, you look to these people and you start bringing them out, and for a couple of reasons, let them get some shine and kind
see
of
what they can do.
see what they can do. You know, those type of, you know what I mean?
If she was a
Or
part of the
if you're in a
team, if she
position
was a
where-
part of the team, then I stand corrected.
No,
But
she
here's
is a
the
part of
thing.
the team though.
I don't think she was. I mean, I'll look into it. I don't know. All I know is she's a professional. Like, she's really good at soccer. Like, I think they even won a championship. Here's my thing: crossing over into certain sports, there's only so many Bo Jacksons. Now look
Hold
what
on,
happened to my
when it comes
dog
to
Nate.
football,
Look what happened
when
to
it
my
comes to
dog Nate the
football,
other day. He tried to do.
when it comes to football,
Uh-huh.
there is a long tradition of soccer players becoming kickers.
Yeah, because I mean, they're kickers. They that's what they do. They
Yeah,
kick a ball up and down the
Hell,
field.
I think the kicker for the Browns, the dude, he played rugby and soccer.
No, but the craziest,
why
the craziest
he
part
transitioned
about
over to football.
no, the craziest part about that is that whole situation. Like, I don't have a problem with her being on the team, because if you're a good kicker, you're a good kicker. Whether you're a man, woman, child, doesn't
Is she
matter.
a good kicker
No, she has to be in that position.
based on what you saw?
Well, I
Did
didn't
you see the
Bro,
kick?
one kick, like bro, a lot of times
Okay,
there's
so-
field conditions, there's weather and everything that contributes to
I
it.
agree.
Her
There's
stats-
multiple
I agree.
reasons why she could have a pooch kick.
her wait. Her
I agree.
stats say she can kick. Her longest field goal was 38 yards.
How
Right.
does that compare to her counterparts?
38 yards
That's
is
cool.
right. It's great for high school. It's mediocre college, not even maybe good. You know what I mean, for college. Like, it's not.
But you see what I'm
it's
talking
not gonna
about?
get you there for college.
Here's my thing: if she doesn't have to be the top, but if she is even average to her peers who are in that position, it makes sense. Does
No,
it
but
make
that's average for
sense
that team.
on her
Because
performance?
no, it
Oh,
does
it's
make
average
sense
for that
for
team.
that team, because remember, that team
Ooh,
sucks.
man,
Remember,
yeah,
that
that
team
team's
sucks.
trash.
So she's got to be the best kicker
She
at
right
that,
in
on
that
that team.
on that
Well,
team.
if that's
But-
the case, then
I
it
wouldn't
is-
say
it is
got
what
to be,
it is.
but possibly, very possibly that she's the best kicker.
yeah, whoever's playing. I mean, what we're talking about a school? This is a college.
Yeah, it was college. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was a
Okay,
squib,
so
and it was a squib kick.
Okay, so I mean, obviously the rest of the student body, whoever was trying out for football, couldn't get it past 38.
Right.
So they
Or at
took
least
her.
for second string or whatever, because you got to remember, we're 20, 21 points down already. You know, getting your ass whooped. Like, there's no chance. You know what I mean?
And
Like,
speaking on that boy Nate, why he let that boy from Cleveland, Ohio, knock him the fuck out, I don't know. But that shit was funny
Man,
as
look,
hell.
let me tell you something. When you cross over, especially when you try to cross over into combat sports like that, you need the training. Most of these athletes think for some, and you know, when I was doing powerlifting and bodybuilding, I was under the same assumption. The bigger and stronger I got, the more I was able to fight. Then I actually got with some people who knew how to fight, and I learned that that was all bullshit. And you know, Nate, he's a great athlete. He's not a fighter. The guy he fought, who? Jake Paul? Jake Paul's not
Yeah.
a fighter.
He's a YouTuber.
He's not even average at best, but
No,
he
but
practices
he was
though.
training.
He's a little
He
bit,
trained.
yeah. He trained
He
for it.
legit
You can
trained
tell
for
he
the
trained
fight.
for it. Nate, he just went in there and it was
oh,
sloppy,
wait.
man.
Yeah,
Like,
we get some comments in here. Rico Barr said no, she's a third string. She's a third string kicker. Two were out with COVID. And he says, well, what about the transgender athletes?
what about transgender? What about them?
Yeah, elaborate on it. So, I mean, and I think I know where he's coming from with the transgender athletes. Is
Here's my thing.
go ahead.
Like transgender athletes, they welcome to compete too, but you have to be at that same level. You can't be fucking somebody like Devar and say like, all right, you know what? I'm transgender. I want to fight female sports now. I want to fight, a female in the UFC and just go in there and fucking dominate. That shit ain't gonna work because y'all ain't at that same level.
That actually happened
But
with
that's
someone.
but that's happening. And look at the picture behind the VAR. That's exactly what's going on in that picture. You see the girl.
Ex-
Did they see the
that
white
shit should have
girl?
never happened. They should have never let that shit happen. Like, you
She
have to
came in
be
third in
at
that race.
same level.
The girl right behind the VAR, the white girl, she came in the actual. Okay, I'm gonna put her. The actual girl, the actual woman behind the VAR, the only actual woman. Well, not the only one, but the one on the right.
Oh, bro, you can't say that shit, bro. You gonna piss
Yeah,
me
you
off.
gotta be careful. You
I
gotta
don't
be
even give a
careful.
damn
I
why.
went through a whole shit on Twitter the other day.
Yeah, they're gonna have to come at me. Listen, I'm allowed
They're
to have
gonna,
my
they gonna cut
speech.
the stream.
I'm
Stream gonna
allowed
be
to have
cut
my
off.
speech, but yeah, that's why we have our website. And if the stream gets cut, y'all can go to urbancountryfilms.com and subscribe there because everybody's gonna need their own website. If you don't have your own website, hit up buhosting.com and get it for $11.11. But no, but real deal. That's what happened to this girl because there was two transgenders in the race. They came in first and second. The
Yeah,
girl,
and it knocked her off
knocked-
of her spot.
Right.
She didn't qualify. I think it was for a national championship.
it
or
was for
something like that.
national, right, absolutely. Which it's not fair. Rico Barso
Like, y'all
says,
have to-
if so,
y'all have
so
to
if
be
a
at
man,
a certain athletic level, bro. Like you can't.
Yeah, but
be
what
like,
determines that though? That's the thing because there's
man,
another
that
incident.
Fucking skill.
No,
That
it's not
ass
just
fucking
skill. Check
skill.
this out. Check this out. There was another athlete who was transgender. She wanted to wrestle on the men's team, but they didn't let this person wrestle on the men's team. So this person was still wrestling on, against women, dominating them. Bad.
Yeah, she got
But
testosterone boost.
I was just about to say that. That's not a level playing field. Yes, you're doing it because you identify as, a male now. However, you're still fighting females and you're on testosterone. That is not a fair, but it's just like
That's
taking performance
PEDs, bro.
enhancer. Exactly. But it's a slippery slope because they didn't let her I guess
What do you-
him.
what do you
Damn,
think
that
these
shit is
fucking-
confusing. They didn't let this person go against men like they wanted to. But here's the thing: you go against men, that's gonna be a
Could
whole
this person
different
compete
thing
against
too.
men though?
so like, okay, for instance, like the girl,
the school would not let
No, I mean like as an athlete, you think this transgendered person could have gone against fucking biological men and hold their own?
same skill level.
no,
No,
absolutely
I
not.
don't think so.
Could not
No.
hold their own.
No,
They
So
could
they
know the
didn't-
same things. They could have the same skill level. Remember the not too long ago they were talking about Ronda Rousey fighting Floyd Mayweather. That's stupid.
yeah, why? What the heck?
Head taken off. But people
Ronda
was
ain't got hands
buying
like
into that. Like that was something. That'll never
Wait,
happen.
hold on. Is it a boxing match or is it an MMA?
They wanted to do a boxing match.
Wait, I got a couple
No,
of
if it was
comments.
an MMA,
Wait,
Ronda would fucking mop the floor with him.
wait, I got
He'd
a
have
couple
that
of
motherfucker in
comments.
an armbar in 13 seconds.
Hold on, one second. So Shelly Speaks Truth says, I think because of because of a woman's anatomy, they should not be playing sports with men, and transgender women should not be in sports with women born female. And I completely agree because you're gonna dominate. Listen, man, I don't like I always say, and I don't care how sexist or whatever it is. We're not the same. We complement each other, but we are not the same. We're just not
So what
the
you're
same.
saying is we're not equals.
No,
I agree.
not physically anyway.
Ooh, $1 million idea. Transgender fight club.
No, but here's the thing: you get into a situation where they say that they're not. No, here, because I've heard all of these. I've heard all of these arguments. You get into a situation where they feel like they're not being they're not being respected as the gender they identify with.
So
Here's
Rico
the
Bar
thing.
says, wait. So Rico Bar says, so should women be should men be fashion designers, or so shouldn't women be
There are
allowed to
some
be
men
armed in
fashion
armed
designers.
steps? And that's what I was about to say. Like, we do have plenty of men fashion designers, and we definitely have women in the services, but
Yeah,
that doesn't
one of
mean
them
that
is
we're
ran for
equal.
president.
Exactly, and we even have a woman future vice president, but that doesn't mean that we're equal. We do complement each other and we need each other, but that doesn't mean that we're equal. And if we were equal, this conversation, like, it wouldn't be happening. Okay, so even the woman on the football field, right? The girl on the football field, and I'm
Right.
gonna come to you next. The girl on the football field. When you're on the football field with her and she's coming at you, or she's not even coming at you because she's a kicker. Kickers don't come at you, but you're coming at them, right? And you break the line, and you have a real chance to take her head off. If it's a kicker, if it's a dude, you're not holding back nothing. But the fact that you know that's a female behind that helmet, you're gonna hold back a little bit.
Some
Fuck
do.
I am.
Some
I'm gonna
do.
hit that
Some
bitch like
do.
Antonio Brown, bro. Fucking dead ass jump kick that hoe in the fucking face on my way to the fucking end zone.
7-5, yeah, 7-5 will.
Dead ass. You put yourself in harm's way, you getting fucking harmed.
But,
Wait,
hey,
that's the
but the
fucking
thing
rule.
is that
That's
fair
why
though?
Stephanie
Is that
Dick
fair
go.
though? Is that fair?
It
Because
is.
if you're in
It
that situation and you sign up for it,
you're
it is
supposed
what it
to.
is.
Yeah, you're supposed to. Yeah,
It is what it is.
Right. I'm not supposed to think about that. Right. I'm supposed to just take that head off. But at the same time, I'm still a man.
No,
Right?
if you don't take your fucking head off, you're sexist. That's what it is.
Yeah, bro.
So what? I've been called sexist all my life, and it's not going to change.
No. I'm saying if you don't jump
Damn,
at
they
the
just cut the stream.
opportunity, if you don't jump at the same opportunity and take her head off, man, you just showing her pity and you sexist and
Like
you
I
see her
said,
as a lesser.
if you're a woman and you want to play in a man's sport, make sure you can compete.
But John brought up an interesting
can
point
compete.
earlier, though. John, off air, John brought up an interesting point earlier, where can you point out what sport is actually made for a woman?
Softball.
Yeah,
It's based
okay.
off of baseball.
No, that's okay. I'll
What do
accept
you mean by
softball.
what do you mean by that? What do you mean?
Originally created for a woman.
Field
Like,
hockey.
not just a version of a sport that's for a woman.
Field hockey.
Field hockey?
Field hockey?
Field
What?
hockey.
What?
Yeah, that's some shit they had.
I'm gonna have
back
to
in the
Google that
70s
one.
and 80s and shit.
Are you talking
Okay,
about
so
polo?
Not polo, motherfucker. We ain't riding horses.
No, but well, okay.
What about
So
figure skating?
okay, I
Okay, all
accept
right,
that one.
all right, okay, all right,
Gymnastics.
Gymnastics is a big one.
Gymnastics.
It
okay,
is.
okay.
But
Here's the
Oh,
I
thing.
guess it
my-
wasn't. I guess it wasn't that good of a point then, John.
My problem is the combat sports.
I wanted to
high
ask
impact
you
one?
about that.
See,
No, I wanted
that's
to ask
women.
you about that because you're in that field.
Yeah, here's the thing. A few years back, there was a transgender female. I believe transgender female is born male to female. Fallon Fox, the name that this transgender goes by, was fighting in the women's division. Now, you talk about skill level, her counterparts in her weight class, skill wise, were better. This person doesn't have any skill, and not to come down on this person or whatever, but I've seen the
down on
training. They just hit hard as hell. They hit like a man. You know what I'm saying? A woman's skull got fractured. You know what I mean? It was bad. When I say those hits, like you look at them, it was barbaric. It set the sport back, and there was an organization that got behind this person and trying to push this. Oh, first transgender woman going in there undefeated doing this. Like, yeah, you undefeated. I know. You know what I mean? But it's like
Were they the same weight?
it was the same weight. But here's the thing. This person got beat, I think, their last fight, and then the promotion that was behind her tanked after that. but the person who beat her was of a higher skill. You know what I'm saying? But how much damage did this woman take to beat her? You understand? Like there's a difference, man. There's a difference when
Do you
you're
think
getting hit
Ronda Rousey can hang in the men's division at her weight?
in her weight
No.
class. No.
Rico Bar
Here's the
says,
thing.
wait,
Here's the
wait,
thing.
1 second.
There's
Rico Bar
there's
says, Rico Bar says, who on this panel would box Layla Ali?
I'd lose, but I'll box.
You would. I wouldn't. I damn sure wouldn't.
No,
I
I'm
wouldn't.
gonna tell you like this.
I'm not a boxer though.
here's the thing.
I'm gonna tell
Here's
you
the
why
thing.
I'm not boxing.
Layla Ali, and there's a bunch of
you
there's a
have to
bu-
do the box.
but here's the thing. There's a bunch of great female boxers, and fighting the average man, they would win in a boxing match.
An average man, right?
Give
average.
Layla Ali's counterpart in her division
Right.
and say Layla Ali fight that person. It ain't gonna happen.
Honestly,
So
I think
are
the
there
one chick in
female
the
are there
world-
female combat athletes that can beat males? Of course there are. Plenty of them. When you
I can
take
name-
the same level, same professionalism, same everything, and you try to say you're gonna just take gender out of the equation and put them together, you see it in sports. Look at even track runners. You ever see when they do the co-ed track meets, like the 4-person relay, 2 men, 2 women? You ever see that?
And,
Take a look at that one day. The women start off, it's beautiful. They're faster than me. They could go. But then when they pass the baton to those dudes, it's like they're running in slow motion. The dudes just
Yeah.
fly past them.
But
You know what I mean? Is that
Because you're talking about runners. You know.
Yeah, you're talking
not
about
a
runners.
runner. Yeah, comparing it to me, I'm not a
yeah,
runner.
there's plenty of females that would beat me in their particular sport. You know what I mean?
it also depends on circumstance too, man, because women, I believe it's scientifically proven. I'm not a fact checker, go look it up, but they're built for endurance. So the longer a run goes, the favor starts shifting towards your female counterpart.
Yeah, but women can adapt to anything though. There's no sport that they can't do at a high level. You know what I mean? It's just the competition has to be fair. If LeBron was to say now, "Oh, I'm transitioning, you know, my name is Libra now." And he goes into the WNBA, come on, man. You know what's going to happen?
What? People are gonna start watching it?
163 points a game.
Oh,
But you know,
ouch.
but even further than that, you don't even have to take it to LeBron's level. You could, if the most mediocre NBA player go over to the women's NBA.
Delonte West.
Yeah, whoever. You know what I mean? Go over there. They're gonna dominate the damn sport. You feel me? Like,
But then it's not a fair playing field. You have women that have trained for their sport their whole life. You understand what I'm saying? That's all they know.
right.
And then you
But-
have someone come in who, you know, let's say they're trans and they get into a situation like that. Next thing you know, that person misses out on an opportunity. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, if I was a coach, let's say I'm a college coach, right? And I'm putting my team together and it is legal to have transgenders on your female team. And I'm
Your
about
whole
winning
squad's gonna be
championships.
Juwanna Man.
I'm about winning championship. Come on, man. It is what it is. I'm gonna go for who is the best athlete within the law.
whole squad is Juwanna
And right
Man,
now, the law seems to be changing towards that.
Before we go to John, Shelly speaks truth. She thinks she's agreeing with you. She says Rico Barr's comment is a false equivalence, which
Okay.
I agree with. Go ahead.
Now, do you think by allowing trans women into female sports, that will speed up an evolution of of skill level, as you guys are saying and stating, it sounds like the bar is getting pushed way up. But for the next generations, the more common that gets, will it force the next generation of female competitors and whatnot to already have that bar set, that height in eyes view?
It's to a
Go
height
back.
that they can't reach. To a,
No
you're
one
talking
has
about a
the-
height that they can never reach.
Right.
You're talking,
Take away from someone who is living now, who has worked their whole life. You have a woman who's trained in her sport from she was a kid. You know what I mean? To get knocked off of her, she's put in the work. She's put in all the work. And then to have someone, because there was the track athletes, the two trans athletes that took the spots. Remember, these women have been running their whole life. You understand what I'm saying? Like, is that fair to them? And then the trans athlete was on the men's team the year before.
right now. It's and
You understand what I'm saying? Like,
but what I was
it's
gonna
a
say
slippery slope, man.
No, I think the Olympics has actually done something good, because what the Olympics has done is they said if you've gone through, because apparently, and you know this is all new to me, apparently if you are changing your sex from a man to a woman, one of the steps is like hormone treatment.
Yeah.
Right. And if you apparently in the Olympics, if you complete the hormone training, then you're allowed to compete as a woman. But you have to complete.
You got that all the testosterone.
But now these dudes, these people that we're talking about behind us at these at the high school, college level, they're not, because the race that we're talking about, that's at a high school level. The college kick that we're talking about, okay, well that's a little bit different. But as far as the hormone situation goes with the men playing in women's sports, I think that's a great thing. But the situation that you have with these kids is they're still kids, and apparently I don't think you can take the hormone treatments until you're 16.
Well, unfortunately for the world, and really fortunate for us, is that we have to start the tall, man. We gotta put in that tall order, the trans athletic league, where all trans athletes can.
That's what I believe.
In that way,
that's what we need. Fairness all
no,
around.
I'm saying us. We should jump on the trans athletic league.
Trans Fight Club.
Listen.
But from what I've seen and what I've read, people are getting upset that you're not identifying them as women.
Yeah, of course, but you haven't completed your hormone treatment.
I'm playing devil's advocate, and I'm just putting it out there because that's what's being said.
Let me break it down real smooth.
Break it down,
Fuck
please.
your feelings.
Thank you.
If you are transitioning from man to woman to be in women's sports, you're a fucking coward. You're a fucking piece of shit. And fuck your feelings. You are no woman, and you never fucking will be. Like, dead ass. If you can't make it in men's sports, so you transition to go to fucking female sports, that's a cowardly fucking move.
Yeah, you're lame.
But if you go through, like Dre said, if you go through all the hormone therapies, you get that testosterone knocked out, you get pumped full of estrogen, and you want an even playing field with the rest of the women, by all means, bro, we recognize you, come compete.
But does it ever reach an even playing field? Does it ever reach an even playing field? Because when you look at it like this, what'd you say, John?
You broke up bad.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Say it again.
Frozen.
No, I'm kidding. You're essentially fighting biology, man. I listened to a good argument on Joe Rogan not too long ago, and he was breaking down that muscle density, the tendon fibers, all this. It's you really can't add that when you transition. You can't take it away.
So you're saying that you'll never get to the even playing field?
No,
what you're
that's
saying.
why they could be identified and yeah, they could be identified as whatever they want to be. I mean, I really don't care. More power to you. I'm not going to disrespect you as a human, but I think they really need their own league and commission so that they're not pulling they're not pulling one over on uh gender born people.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. 100%.
Natural.
I would say this though. I would say I would love to see a trans woman play in the NBA.
Dude,
I would
I
love
just
to
want
see
everybody to be hopped up on
a trans
steroids.
woman fighter in the men's league. You know what I mean? Like that would be dope.
Look,
That would be dope.
Wait,
If you're a
wait. Say
trans
that.
woman,
Hold on. You got to
I
say
think
it
about
right.
this.
Trans woman or trans man? Trans man is
Trans
woman
woman.
going to man. Trans
A
woman
trans
is
woman.
man going to woman.
Yes, fighting in the men's category.
They're not gonna let that happen because they say
Why
they're
not?
not. They're not. I guess men anymore.
So that's racist, then, ain't it? Or
Because
sexist
they're
or
gonna
some
say
damn.
they're gonna
Discriminatory.
say you're not identifying them as their.
It doesn't mean shit. I can have a pistol in my
Hey,
hand.
you
and I
saying
can
it don't
identify
mean
it as a
shit now,
potato,
but laws
still
are
a
getting
fucking pistol.
passed. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, look,
right.
I'm in agreement with what you're saying, but here's the thing: you're saying that it doesn't mean shit now, but laws are getting passed. In Canada, you could go to jail for misgendering or something like that. Like it's
What?
getting serious, and it's coming down here.
Yeah, that's
You
that
understand what I'm
bullshit.
saying?
That's
Like
that bullshit. You know what I mean? Listen, like,
they handing out jail time, they handing out records.
y'all gonna have to come lock me up, bro. I'm gonna have to come lock
Look.
me up.
at the end of the day, strip the gender roles out of every sport. Let them juice up as much as they want and just enjoy the show.
No, it's not gonna be a good show because you got too much. First off,
Oh, that's going to be a great show.
no,
How dare you, dude?
no, bro.
Slinging
Nah.
eights.
I don't want to
Everybody
see.
all
I don't want to
juiced.
see dudes out here knocking women's heads off in football. I don't want to see that. Like, I don't want to see that. And I mean, don't get me wrong. Not like I'm watching football any fucking way, but I don't want to know it exists. How about that? You feel me? I don't want to know it's out there.
Well, dude, I don't know what to tell you. I say this all the time. I identify as a fucking millionaire, and nobody's giving me my stacks.
I identify as a fire breathing lion. Get the fuck out of my way, because I'll burn you up with my breath.
Well, that could be taken a different way, but I see where you're going. I'm gonna follow you on that one.
I had this conversation this morning, and I'm a firm believer that there's certain things that need to be changed. And first thing that needs to be changed is the definition of gender and identity. Gender should be what you are born as, what your genitalia represents, and that type of shit. If you were born a fucking man, that is your gender. Your identity, on the other hand, is what you are. Whether you're woman, man, baked potato, lobster, or fucking fire breathing lion.
But what does that mean? What do you mean that your genitalia
check me out.
identifies you as?
All right. Prime example on your driver's license, fucking it says female on there. That would be your identity. But when it comes to matters of fucking like men's health type shit, you're a motherfucking man, B. Like, bitch, you gotta. I don't give a fuck if you transition from fucking, male to female. You still got to get your prostate checked at 40, motherfucker. Like dead ass. There's still certain things you still gotta take men's fucking vitamins and shit because it's fucking the shit that's on the inside, motherfucker. Bar, what you think?
I'm actually talking with a friend of mine. I'm gonna keep
Okay.
her anonymous, but she is trans. So I'm just getting perspective on it because I feel like I don't know enough to like. If you ask me, I would say the easiest thing to do would be
Can she
to
call?
start that league.
Can she call it?
Keep the
She call?
huh?
Can she call
Can
it?
she call?
I don't know. I'll ask, but
Somebody
I
else
don't-
said they tried to call and it didn't.
I don't want to
ring.
put her out there like that.
Okay.
Well, no. But we ain't gonna say her name.
This is
Yeah,
a safe
Hold
place.
on, hold on.
She might not want her voice out there.
Don't you guys got all that
We,
space guru?
yeah, you gotta
shit?
hit it with the
Can't
Darth
fucking
Vader
put it through a
voice.
voice modulator. Have her sounding like Ben Affleck and Batman and shit.
She's gonna have to call. She's gonna have to call DeVar if she's gonna do all of that funky stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely bust into the Lego Batman voice.
Yeah, but okay. So in the comments, Rico's saying male athletes take performance enhancers.
They probably do, but I wouldn't put it past female athletes to do it either.
That's true. That's true. But do you think
The performance enhancing drugs that most of these guys are taking is fucking testosterone, something that their body makes naturally.
Yeah, they can get more of it by doing deep squats, but they need that quick boost.
Yeah,
y'all gotta excuse me
And-
1 second. I'll be right back.
PEDs are, against all sports, bruh. It's not just steroids anymore. Like you can't fucking take what's that shit called? The things from the baby umbilical cord, stem cells. That's performance enhancing.
Stem cells are in everything, though, man. Nowadays,
I mean, dog, we need to be making stem cell colas and shit. That shit fixes everything. That's the real nanotechnology.
but you see, the reason why you can't get stem cells is because it's
Because,
more
it's an
long.
aborted baby. Who gives a shit? It's dead,
Like-
motherfucker. Let it do some good.
See, okay, so I'm kind of with you on that. It's like that's how I feel about meat eating. Meat eating and being a carnivore is that poor cow had to die. I
Look, check
like
out, like I definitely know. I know your stance on abortion and everything, right? I'm very familiar with it. But if you look at it this way, if the aborted fetuses get used for stem cells, A, it's not a total loss, and B, that child lives on with every person that gets that stem cell in them.
true. But what I think the reason why they don't want to go that route, and I know we're getting off a subject right quick, but is because it'll give companies the excuse of
Kill
mass
babies.
abortion.
Yeah.
Mass abortion. So
Well-
I feel I'm saying if abortions are legal and they're still going on, then allow some kind of good to go with it. But let's get back to the female male athlete in perspective. Just to give you guys a heads up, I am at 1%. So more than likely I'm gonna
Whoa.
freeze.
Bro,
The
why didn't
ether.
you come pick up that phone I got for you, bro?
Man,
Sitting
you
on
see
top of
this?
my dresser right now.
You see this?
What is it?
It's supposed to be a charger, but this shit just I feel that it's putting energy into my house. I think I saved like 72 cents on my electric bill today.
Bro, come get this phone, bro.
Ain't
Come
nobody
by my job
coming.
tomorrow.
Ain't nobody coming to 7th Ave in Miami, bro.
That's
Come
why
by
I
my job
won't go.
tomorrow.
That's why I won't go.
All right, bro. Text me your address and I'm gonna mail it to you.
Yeah. If you get go ahead and continue with the conversation. I'm gonna try to jump back in. I'm just gonna let it juice up right quick. Kind of like a lot of athletes, and I'm gonna jump back in.
Yeah, but
And I'm
Yeah,
just kidding. I
address,
really
I'll
don't
mail you
think
the phone.
all athletes juice up. And if you do,
DeVar, you guys don't juice up over there, right? DeVar is a freaking
Nah, man.
DeVar's a naturalist, so he wouldn't be juicing up anyway.
juice is natural.
Yeah, he's juicing up all right
That
off that
energy,
damn Irish
bro.
moss. What's the website for that Irish moss again, DeVar?
www.caribsensations.com. That's where you could get your raw Irish moss, or if you want it in gel form, you could get it in gel form.
Now, where does
And-
that Irish moss come from?
Oh, always
Ireland.
Caribbean. Well,
Yeah. And
you
if
find-
you want to know what it does, it puts
What-
the lead
what-
back in the pencil.
What they did
Nah,
was
you need one Guinness for
they
that.
call it Irish moss, but it's really sea moss, and sea moss is found all over the ocean, on the Atlantic.
That's
They have it in the
cultural
Pacific as
appropriation.
well. Hey, you see something, you say that's yours. You know, kind of like what our founding fathers did. There's people here, but it's
That's our
land.
Ours. Listen, man.
For the one red hair I have in my beard, my fucking 0.3% Irish is fucking offended.
So I'm looking forward to we're gonna have Shelly Speaks Truth with us tonight. I'm looking forward to that. She's getting back into our show with us.
Oh, I can't wait. I ain't seen Miss Shelley since y'all came by the job.
For a good minute, right? Yeah, it's been a minute now. Yeah, man. Yeah, so she should be joining us about 9:30 tonight.
25 minutes away.
But so I think we came to a did we come to an agreement with the transgender thing? I had to step
Yeah,
away for a
fuck your
second.
feelings. Get your own league. Like, you gotta get your own court.
I still don't think it's that simple, man. Like
It is
it's-
that simple, bro. Fucking.
is there enough athletes to do that though?
I mean, all 7 of them can probably play like
All
one-on-one or some
7,
shit.
geez. But you talking about different sports too.
Yo, that's tough. That's tough.
I mean, you gotta learn to play them all, bro. There's 7 of y'all. You don't play volleyball, then you don't have to.
Yo, that's tough. That's tough. Yo, that's tough. Listen, the seventh, the disclaimer, the expressions of Seventh Ave. Oh my goodness, I can't believe we missed this guy.
And remember, if you're a content creator, for $7, I'll be on your first 2 shows.
$7.
$7.
Not even $7 each show, just $7.
Just $7.
Both shows.
That's that 2 for 7 deal, bro. You ain't never get that shit nowhere else.
No, man, that's
Oh
crazy.
man. All right. I have some information here and
Yes,
I got
please.
I got permission to say her name. Now her name is Chris. And Chris says trans women's sports are tricky. Chris is a transgender.
Okay, so
So-
wait. Before we get going, before you get
Uh-huh.
going, Chris is a transgender. Is Chris a
he
man turned
called
to a
Tran-
woman?
trans
He said she.
trans from male to female.
He said
female.
she, so
Yeah.
Okay, so is Chris? And don't forgive me if I'm not
pay
trying to be
attention to the
stupid.
pronouns.
Is Chris short for something?
Well,
We're just
I
gonna
didn't
use
ask.
Christianity.
I didn't ask,
We're
but
just
right
gonna say
now
Chris.
it's spelled
We're gonna use
right
Chris.
now it's spelled KRIS.
Oh, okay. So that's probably like
And that's
okay.
very ambiguous.
Yeah, that's very
I finally got to use that word in a sentence.
ambiguous.
Ambiguous.
Sometime. All right, go ahead with your information, bro. I'm sorry.
All right.
Forgive my foolishness.
So Chris says, trans women's sports are tricky. I kind of feel if you transition before puberty, it's okay. If you transition after puberty, then no. Talking about men transitioning to women and playing in the sport of their choice.
Mhm.
So
But
if
you
it's say what?
wouldn't puberty still happen though? You-
I don't know the details of it, but if you take, I guess, hormone blockers when you're going through your, I guess, pubescent stage.
But isn't that illegal though? Because from what I learned today, I thought I learned today that you're not allowed to do that until you're 16 to do the
But
hormone treatment.
Here's my thing.
Sound like a robot.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't there be like an age restriction on when you can make that? I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember the name of what it's called, but there's been a lot of people that has transitioned from one way to the other, and
Oh, we just lost him. You're back.
I can't remember what it's called, but there's a specific name for it. For when people transition from one way to the other, and then ended up having, I guess, buyer's remorse or whatever, and wanted to transition back. And there's a nice community of people that's said that transitioning was the worst thing they've ever did with their life. So the transition before puberty, before actually having the time to fucking really sit and think this decision through, is that really the smartest thing to do?
And that's what I'm saying. I think from what from my research today, what I came across, and maybe it's a state to state type of thing. I'm pretty sure it's probably a state to state type of thing, but for the most part, 16 is the age limit to where you're allowed to start taking these hormone blockers. But I mean, from what I remember from puberty, 16, you're smack dab in the middle of it.
Yeah, it started already.
Right. You're you're
So
on.
what they're saying is, take it. But then again, who makes that decision? Or is that the parent's decision? Is that
It
the
would
child
have to be
decision?
because okay, so a parent could, because like for instance, um, consent, right? Consent for sex. Below 16, a child can't consent for sex, but a parent can consent for a child to have sex. It would be crazy for a parent to do that. But let's say, for instance, you have a 15-year-old and
Look what Dwayne Wade is doing.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Like what the way Wade is doing. But let's say, for instance,
So do you agree or disagree with that?
with Wayne's?
Yeah.
I completely disagree, 100%. But I'm
Now,
from the old
This is
school.
what I would say. Look, if my son came to me at the 10, 12 years old, however old Dwayne Wade's kid is, and said, "Daddy, I want to be a girl," I'm gonna tell the motherfucker dead ass no. And I'm gonna tell him just dead ass no, just because live your life a little bit more. If you want to do girl shit, cool, do girl shit. You want to wear girl clothes, I ain't gonna be happy with it, but wear girl clothes. But I'm not letting you make any kind of transition until you're 100% knowing for a fact, like, this is who you are, this is who you want to be. Because for some of these people, there's no going back.
I agree with that. I honestly couldn't even say I would be that liberal with it.
But look, I got into a long discussion with a bunch of trans people on Twitter because I said I don't agree with trans, like being transgender. I don't agree with it. Like, oh, you don't agree with our existence? That you're what you are on the outside is not what you are on the inside. That's cool. I don't. I think it's against nature. I think it's fucked up and wrong. But at the same time, if you want to be trans, bro, be trans. If you want to transition, that's cool. And not only is it cool, bro, I support you 100% in that, and I will fight for your right to do that shit. But just don't make me sit here and be okay with what you're doing if I'm not okay with what you're doing. People want to
So
call me a transphobe. I'll fucking be that. But I'll be that first motherfucker that'll stick up for you when people are trying to bully you in the back of the fucking bar. Just remember that shit.
so RAQ Davis says that's why they need to have their own league. They can iron out all those details and categorize them by how long they've been on hormone therapy or whatever. And I think that kind of makes sense too.
It does make sense, but according to what Chris told me, like I said, there's not enough to start a league, and you know what I mean?
Man, they gotta
Like
come up with that shit on their own. Like the NBA came up with the shit on their own, bro. You think we're just gonna give this shit to you, man? Fuck out of
hey,
here.
I'm just put hey,
You gotta
I'm
build. You
just
gotta build
putting-
your own boat, B. You gotta build your own shit, bro. You think that fucking James Naismith had people fucking all down like, oh, you want to start a sport? Here's a bunch of money. Start your sport. Nah, that motherfucker did that shit on his own. Whoever invented the NFL, they did that shit on their fucking own. If
I get that.
like Dana White,
Be the
he got
change
like
you want to
3
see.
people together. They did the UFC, right?
Yeah.
Dana White
Yeah.
got him like 3 people. They worked their ass off and they built the UFC and became what it is,
Yeah,
right?
that's like a
Nobody
30
gave him
year.
that shit.
When I
That's
was
like
a kid, when I was a kid, UFC wasn't a thing.
Nah,
It
I
was
mean,
a
it was
pay-per-view.
it was
It was a tournament.
around, but it was brutal. Like it was.
No, I'm 43. It wasn't a thing. When I was a kid, it wasn't a thing. You're talking about like a 30-year thing, right? How old
Yeah,
is
but
how
it
old is
wasn't. It
UNC?
wasn't. It wasn't. Probably wasn't televised back then, but you were probably like, um, I don't know, 10 or something like that. I'm talking
Right.
about like early 90s.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. In the 80s, there wasn't none. It wasn't there. It
In
wasn't
the
a thing.
90s, there was.
There's always been unsanctioned
Okay.
fights happening.
Right,
You
right.
know
I
what
get
I
that.
mean?
Yeah, I
And
get that. Yeah.
like underground stuff, and then like what
The Fight Club.
UFC did was try to make it more mainstream, and they added rules. They added
Where this dude had him on the ground and just elbowed him in the head 157 times. Like the
I remember
early
that one. Were they
UFC
wearing a gi?
pay-per-views, they were wearing a gi.
The first thing
The
about
remember that.
everything, though,
pay-per-views were fucking brutal.
the first step of everything is to actually believe that you can do it. So,
Because like
to Chris,
that shit was a tournament.
but to Chris, what I would say is that would be the first step of actually, believing that it can be done in order for it to get
Yeah,
done.
just get the other 6 transgender athletes getting together, and then y'all start in the driveway like they did basketball, bro.
Okay.
I know it's just a movie and it's not a real thing. Yeah, bro, you ain't never seen that movie?
No.
But no, that's seriously how it happens.
So
You
you're
gotta
saying they
grassroots
should build their own
shit.
thing, like not jump in and start like, basically not co-op what's going on already. Do
Yeah, bro,
kind of your
you
own.
gotta build your own clubhouse. That's really what it is. It's the same thing for everybody else out there in the world that wanted to do their own shit. Ain't nobody gonna hand it to you. You have to fucking build it up and make it relevant.
So just like black people got to build our own nation, same type of shit.
Yeah.
Say that again.
Just like black people got to build our own nation, same type of shit.
That's right.
Pretty much.
Or
yeah.
rebuild.
Right, or rebuild. Yeah, rebuild is the proper word.
I mean, like,
Well,
don't be
yeah.
a market for it, bro.
But as far as all right, so coming off of the whole trans
see
thing and
John.
just getting into men playing women's sports or women playing men's sports, do you think like taking away the trans out of it, we're just talking about men and women now, women playing in men's sports, similar to the athlete that we were talking about in the beginning, and similar to situations like that. Do you think that the companies behind them, they're doing it for the athlete? Is it a genuine thing that they want to do? They like, if you're good enough to play in this sport, go ahead and do it. Or are they changing the rules to accommodate the? Are they changing the rules to accommodate the gender?
Man,
You understand
it's
what
a
I'm
brave
saying?
new world.
Normally, what does a kicker like in the sense of the talking about the kicker? What does a kicker do normally? Normally in
kick.
that position.
Nothing but kick.
Okay.
Nothing but kick.
And-
That's
and
the most
coverage on the
fragile
kickoff.
motherfucker on the team.
Do they kick the ball themselves? Do they have someone hold the ball when they're
Somebody
kicking
holds
it
the
to
ball. Yeah, somebody holds the
Both.
ball and they kick. Yeah,
Both.
both.
Not
yeah.
kicking a field goal. Not kicking a field goal.
Both.
Talking about kicking it to the other team.
Both. Yeah.
Both.
Both. Yeah.
They hold. No, I'm asking
Sometimes you-
specifically. Do they hold the ball, or do they run with the ball and kick when they're kicking down the field to the
I
other
mean,
team?
it depends
Not
if
a
you're
field goal.
kickoff, if you're doing a kickoff or a punt.
So
You're not
and-
punting. Punt is where someone holds it for you, right?
No, punting is where you hold the physical ball.
And
You
you kick
fucking
it.
take 3 steps and you kick the fucking bitch out of it.
Right.
And the receiving team runs it back.
Right.
Yes.
But the same thing with
Okay.
the kickoff. Except the kickoff, somebody is placing the ball.
Otherwise, somebody's got to hold it.
Did someone see that video? Were there weather conditions that caused someone to hold it? Who saw the
I
video?
see.
Let me see. I didn't even see
Now-
the
3
video.
seconds and I will.
Now here's my thing. If you saw that and you didn't know, because I think people are being I guess overly sensitive about it, and they're afraid to critique the performance. Had you not known that that was a woman kicking the ball, you would have said it was trash.
I'll tell you right now, hold on.
You're about to pull it up?
Yeah, I got it on the phone right now.
Just check it out. Just
21
look,
and
just look at it.
nothing.
Because here's my thing. If you want to make it an even playing field, we just praise this thing for happening. We should be able to look at a performance. Look
And
how
wouldn't
they
you know,
dragging Nate right now.
history
There it is.
is
There it
on the
is.
field in Columbia,
Yeah, we got
Missouri,
beat up by-
as Sarah Fuller is about to put her right foot into a football, speaking volumes to women around the world.
Level with,
Awesome. You can hit the crowd. Everybody understands what's happening right now. This is
that is not
I'll tell you this,
boxing.
They
Well, that's-
ain't come from no hood.
Celebrity
'Cause they ain't even tried to hood fight that
I
motherfucker.
got it up on the screen. Okay, but it was a squib kick. It was a regular squib kick.
5-yard line, and Sarah
Now,
Fuller-
when you say
saw
it was, yeah, we just played it. We just played it on the screen.
All right, so just look
audience
at
saw it
some.
too.
Just look at, pick up any random kickoff to the receiving team.
No, but if
Exactly
you can't,
right.
no, you
No,
can't. No. That's a squib kick. It's a difference.
Watch it.
It's a difference
That's
between.
a
it's a
particular
squib
kind of kick.
It's a special kind of kick. It's a kick where you
Yeah,
don't
but
want the other team to run it back. You want the other.
Yeah.
You don't want the ball to be able to pick up and the other team run back. The object, the point of that kick is for them to just fall on the ball and the ball be down. I mean, the
Yeah.
kick did exactly what it was supposed to do.
And she stayed on the field. She didn't run off until the end of the play.
So you can't really take anything from her for on
Yeah.
that. It was exactly how it played out, just how it was orchestrated.
It was either
Okay.
supposed to be a squib kick or she fucked up an onside attempt.
No, it was it was a called squib kick.
It looked
That
like
was
a
the
fucked
call.
up onside to me, but
No, but from
It looked like what?
From what I heard about the coach's conversation, it was a squib kick.
The coach
It
that
was
got fired.
Called the coach that got fired. He called a squib kick.
Gotcha.
So I mean, it was we can't really take anything.
So she
from
did her
for that.
job, is
She
what
did-
you're saying.
Right, she did her job. Yeah, no, she did her job. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So in that, in that sense, and she did her thing, then it is what it is. As far as we also touched on combat sports. I honestly think that's where I kind of draw the line when it comes to like
I
on a
didn't get to say it.
professional level.
I said at a professional level, I believe there's one woman fighter that I've ever seen that I feel could recommend weight class. That would be Chris Cyborg. Cause that bitch looks like she's 2/3 pit bull.
Yeah, but Chris is she's a great fighter, great MMA fighter. But
mean,
did you
you
see
had to get her
she
when
fought
she was in her
Amanda
prime.
Nunes?
You had to get her when she was in her prime though, because she's been
When
fighting
she
for what,
was
like
in her
163 years?
Bruh, she's still
Ain't
she's still good.
185 years old.
She only lost her last Funes.
'Cause
Now-
I know she's been fighting for a long ass time though.
Yeah, but you need to look at that.
45.
You need to look at that
Yeah.
fight with Amanda. Amanda's on point, and I met Amanda. Like, she is like amazing when it comes to throwing head. Like, her arms are so long, and when she caught Chris, like no one expected that. Chris usually is the one dominating everyone. When Chris and Amanda got in there, and Amanda called it, she was like, "I'm gonna knock her out," and no one like believed it.
Believed
Like,
it.
yeah, okay. All right, we'll see.
I mean, 'cause
And
it's
sure
fucking
enough, when
Chris
I'm talking about,
Cyborg, yo, like,
yeah, but did you see the fight though?
no, I didn't get a chance to see it.
Man,
bruh.
look,
Like, I'm gonna have to watch
Amanda
it. I'm gonna
Nunes,
look it
she
up.
is the current double champ. She's the champ at 135 and the champ at 145. She went up to 145 to take Chris Cyborg's title.
I know
Now-
Nunes ain't no slouch.
Yeah, but
She
here's
ain't
the
no
thing.
Rousey.
But she ain't no what? You said
No
Nunes
Rousey.
ain't no Rousey?
Yeah, man.
Look up Nunes and Rousey.
Rousey got her with the armbar, didn't she?
Who? Man, look,
Or the Nunes-
Rousey probably just woke up. Let me tell you
Oh, hold on,
something,
was
man.
that-
Do not sleep
was
on
that
Amanda
the one where fucking
Nunes.
Rousey got her ass beat?
She got it twice. She got one
That,
by
that was
Holly
the last
Holm.
time that she
Holly-
fought, right?
Holly Holm kicked her into another dimension, and Amanda Nunes took her soul. Amanda Nunes, look, Amanda Nunes, she had one of the hardest routes coming up because she trains at American Top Team, and all she had to train with was dudes. You understand what I'm saying? And when she came up, like she's had her losses. You know what I mean? Or like you look at her journey, it was true struggle in that journey. You know what I'm saying? And to get where she is now, I think she's the only current double champ. I don't know anyone else who's a double champ, but she's held it the longest. Conor McGregor was the first one to do it. But Amanda Nunes, she got her opportunity to do it, and she did it in devastating fashion, and she did it against Chris Cyborg. When I'm talking about, it was a first round.
That is a fucking achievement in itself.
It was first round, and she put her to sleep. Oh, you pulling it up?
Pulling it up.
Yeah, we gonna play it.
I
Yeah, they
remember
gonna
this
take
fight.
this off.
We're gonna take this
You,
off.
you say you remember this?
I remember this fight. Yeah, this is one where fucking she got swole the fuck up, innit?
Yeah. Yo, she's no. Look at them arms, man. She's no slouch. Amanda Nunes. That's a.
Oh no, I've been a fan, bro. Like,
But
this
she
is
had a
old
hard.
UFC, dude.
She had a long. She had a long road coming up, and like I said, she's had her losses. She had everything. Look, she tried to touch gloves. Rousey didn't want to, and Rousey tried to box with her. You don't try to box with Amanda, man. She should have went to her game plan. She should have tried to grapple. It's like
this is the problem. When fucking Rousey came out and she saw her fucking submitting everybody with that fucking signature armbar she got, everybody like, oh, she ain't got no hands. You ain't got no hands. You can't knock nobody out. So she had.
yeah, but this ain't the person to try that with though. Nunes ain't
She
the
did
one.
it for the first person. The first person that she fought after they said like, put your hands up, and Ronda, she routed her. She knocked her the fuck out, and that was the last one. Everybody else fucking beat the brakes off of Ronda. She was like Chuck Liddell at the end.
I felt
she's
so
still
bad for
standing.
her in that she went to a one-dimensional game plan, and you know she tried to.
Oof.
And the
Ouch.
thing is, she tried, but Amanda's she too much, man. They call her the lioness, man. Like that's a bad woman right there. Baddest woman on the planet.
Ouch.
So okay.
So-
So,
And
Did
I
you-
would have
so-
argued that, but she beat
No.
the previous baddest woman on the planet.
You can't argue it because she beat Chris.
No,
first
I-
round,
I-
too.
I know you.
It
I
was
gonna
first
say,
round. She went after
That
she
title
won
goes to
her,
Amanda Nunes.
after she won her title. She went up to fight Cyborg.
Good morning.
Now, I know you
And
didn't
it was
do
in the
this
first
just to win
round.
an election.
All right, you see, Rousey got up. Cyborg ain't get up. It was bad.
so do you think the baddest woman on the planet could be the baddest man on the planet?
No,
When I say that, I'm Mike Tyson, and we're talking about Tyson now versus Nunez in her prime.
Nunes, the average guy, can't hang with Nunes. I don't think so.
We'll even say MMA.
And MMA, I mean, I haven't personally trained with her, but
Good
I just
morning.
think
Now, I
that
know you didn't
skill
do this just to win an election.
to
Good
go
morning.
against
Now, I know
her
you didn't
male
Do
counterpart
this just to
is-
win.
Like,
Good morning.
let's say it was
Now,
an
I know you
exhibition.
didn't do this
You got
just to
Tyson
win an
going
election.
with it.
MMA is different. Like
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
I know, I get that completely, but I'm saying
boxing you're kind of one dimensional. Like if you get caught with something, then it's always that one punch away.
so.
You know what I mean?
Did you guys check out the
Oh
Tyson
my
Jones Jr.?
god!
Yeah. Tyson surprised me. He did really good. Roy Jones, he's been more active.
Oh,
So
wow,
it wasn't
Jesus.
really a surprise. What you watching? You watching Nunes? And Cyborg?
This bitch throwing them hands on top of hands on top of hands on
Hey,
top of hands.
Baddest
See-
woman on the planet.
Look, like I ain't seen dudes fight like this in a minute, bro.
Nah,
Like, Oh, that was a very entertaining 51 seconds.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, we got
She-
Shelly Speaks
like-
Truth coming in, guys.
Because they
Go ahead.
sat there dead ass banging with each other blow for blow and like, yeah, Nunes came out on top.
Yep.
The advantage to Nunes if she were to fight Tyson, and this is all speculation. I mean, but I'm saying in an MMA fight,
Only if Tyson didn't hit her.
Here's the thing: Nunes would have to use all of her tools. Teep kicks to the stomach, throw a head kick. I don't think she should get into any kind of boxing exchange. Leg kicks, you know,
don't-
attack
She was
that-
not
attack
withstanding
that-
much from Tyson.
attack that lead leg, so you stop some of that momentum because Tyson likes to get in, get in close and throw those hooks.
He's a bully, bro. Like he did Jones. It's like he fought like he never stopped. He's up in on you, and like if she takes one hit,
Oh no, she could roll. She could roll with punch. Like, here's the thing, Nunes, and I guess I'm being biased because, like I said, I met her and she's one of the nicest people in the world. But she's a savage, man. Hi, Shelly.
Yeah, and like
You
Mike
can't hear us?
Tyson said, everybody's a
Hi,
tough
Shelly.
guy till they get punched in the mouth.
I don't think she can hear us.
Jelly.
Hi, Shelly.
Hi, Shelly. We can
Yeah.
hear you.
We
Huh?
hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can't hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, babe.
Oh, okay.
How are you?
Well, something's not right because I have on my headset, but
You
I don't
can't.
hear anybody in the headset.
Oh,
so-
you don't hear us?
You don't hear us?
Okay.
I hear you through, I was hoping to hear you through my headset, but I can't. But I can hear you.
Okay. As long as you can hear us.
I have to turn this up a little bit though, because I was expecting something else.
Wow.
How was your Thanksgiving?
Huh?
How was your Thanksgiving?
It was pretty good. I ate a lot. So that made it all better.
I haven't seen you on screen for a while, man.
No, you have not.
What do you got? What do you got for us?
Huh?
What do you have for us?
I was gonna get in on this topic that you all are talking about, but I don't know. This is
The water's warm.
it's controversial, huh?
I said the water's warm. Jump on in.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to touch this one.
We would love,
Because
we would love to get a
man,
woman's
when
perspective.
you start
and you got
talking
all
about
dudes.
this, it like I said, it is controversial. But I guess I'll just go ahead and jump on it right quick. My thing with the whole men and women's sports and women and men's sports, like I was saying before when I commented, I don't even understand it. I don't even see the need for it. I mean, just being honest, biologically, we're not the same. And I don't understand why that's so controversial. And I don't understand why that's such a hard concept for people to grasp. Men and women are built different. Not saying that women aren't capable of doing certain things that men do, but we have to think about it from a standpoint that the average man just biologically is stronger than the average woman. So when we start getting into physical things, men automatically have an advantage. And I don't even understand, speaking as a woman, why any women would even want to be in men's sports. It's like we're just built different. And I don't understand why people get so bent out of shape when people say what is and what isn't. Even with this particular topic, like it's so controversial because people want, in this day and age in particular, and this is the thing that I really want to touch on with this topic, is that we are getting to a point in society where we are just completely ignoring nature. And people want for you to believe that things are that just simply aren't. Even with the transgender thing, I believe people can be whoever they want to be, but I also don't like where we're going in society where I feel like people are being bullied into accepting things for what they are instead
I
of
said the
who they are
same exact
naturally.
thing.
And I don't like that. I feel like I can say what is naturally, and have my opinion without people jumping down my throat and making me feel like I'm saying something wrong. A transgender woman is a type of woman, but a transgender woman is not the same type of woman that I am as a biologically born woman. So I don't, it just frustrates me because now it's like if you even just want to go by science, people get upset with you. And I think that that is
Yeah.
a very dangerous premise and a tone to set in society because now people have to question what is biologically correct because people are going to get upset with them. And I just don't think that's right. And I don't feel that people should be walking around on eggshells for simply saying that people are what they are because that's the way, God created them to be. And, that's
Shelly, let
my
me ask
take
you
on
this. Let me
it.
ask you something.
I feel like we're heading toward a very dangerous premise when we start ignoring biology, we start ignoring science and things like that just to make people feel good. And like I said, people can be who they want if they choose to. I'm not telling people you can't change your sex if that's the way you feel comfortable. But I also feel like you can't tell me to ignore what is biologically and scientifically correct just to make you feel better.
Shelly, let me ask you one thing real quick. I had gotten to a deep Twitter argument with a couple trans people over something like I said the same exact thing. I said like y'all going to me, you're going against nature, and I feel that is wrong. Like, oh, so it's wrong that we exist, bro. I'm not talking about that you exist. The way that I just think this shit is wrong. But at the same time, I fully support your right to do that, and I will fight for you to be able to be who you are. Like, you have to understand that, like, I'm preaching tolerance, and you're calling me a transphobe. You're trying to make somebody who's an ally into an enemy, and it don't got to be that way. So the one person said to me, like, "Oh, you can't preach tolerance because if you preach tolerance, it just opens the door for intolerance." You agree with that statement?
No, because just because I tolerate what you're doing doesn't mean I have to agree with you. That's not the same thing. I feel like, I tolerate a lot of stuff that happens in society. That doesn't mean that I agree with what they're doing. It's just that I'm allowing them to be who they are and do what they want as long as they're not hurting anyone else. Um, that's
Exactly.
the
So, like,
tolerant part of it. But that's
tolerance
what I
should
mean.
be
Where it's feel like people are starting to feel like they're being bullied into, like you said, they basically want someone to be an ally and they don't have to if they don't choose to. That doesn't
I mean,
mean
like
that they're
I
telling you
said
you
straight up,
shouldn't do it.
I'm an
Well,
ally, but they're treating me like an enemy because I'm not 100% just drinking the Kool-Aid with them.
But even if you weren't an
Like
ally, that doesn't make you an enemy.
that too, yeah. I mean,
well,
I preach tolerance, and tolerance is like we can all exist together, but they're trying to make it seem like, well, if you can't preach tolerance because it opens the door for intolerance. I don't understand how.
I don't get that statement because they want you to accept them for who they are, right? I mean, that's the general statement, right?
Yeah,
But some people find it hard to accept a person that couldn't even accept themselves. So they're actually
oh, now you're
changing
going on a
themselves.
whole nother level of the hit the blunt shit, bro. Like,
So
hold on. So you want me to accept you, but you don't even accept yourself.
yeah, no, but it does it's layered like that, man. And there's a whole bunch of people that, and I think that's why they don't tolerate it, is because they feel like they're being forced into a corner to accept somebody. And you know, everybody's got that childlike nature to them. At least I know I do. So if you're gonna start fucking poking at me, I'm gonna start poking back, and that's not the best thing to do, but the most quickest response.
And the most
To be-
satisfying, probably.
Yeah, would be to point at a flaw that they can't themselves accept. I mean, not that I don't accept trans people. I mean, I don't know anybody, so I can't say if I would or wouldn't. I don't think I'd push them away, but it is a huge mind fuck because, you know, the acceptance
But
part.
I have a trans friend. Fucking, I was there when they transitioned, like before they transitioned. So I knew this person all in one way. And then they transitioned, and then they would get mad at me because I used the wrong pronouns. I'm saying, look, forgive me for using the wrong pronouns. I can't help it. I knew you since you was this way. And now that you this way, you get mad at me. Look, it takes me time to accept this shit and work through it. And especially with something that I don't agree with. But I'm not going to tell you not to do it. I want you to be happy. And if this is how you are happy, by all means, be fucking happy. But dog, like, give me some space and shit. Let me fucking adjust to this shit. If I fuck up, it's not because I'm being mean about the shit. It's just like, dog, I'm trying to get used to this shit.
Or let me not,
Speaking another language.
or let me not adjust if I don't fucking want to. About that.
But I mean, there is a reboot process, man.
But this
It's
is
like
a friend, you know what I mean? Like,
no, I get
like,
Yeah,
it.
but we
I'm
can
going
still
to
be
adjust
friends.
because this is my fucking friend.
I don't have to agree with you for us to be friends.
Well, dude, that's like if Luch wanted to all of a sudden tomorrow or next week when we come see him want to go by like Tyler or something. I'm still gonna fucking call you Luch on accident.
Tyler, really?
Yeah, no, I don't know, man. I'm just
Tyler, like that's like you had to pick the whitest name you could think of. Why didn't you call me fucking Chad, asshole?
For instance,
Todd could have been.
we know him. We know him as Luch, like you're saying. You're addressing him as Luch, but plain as day, as on this show, he's Seventh Ave.
Yeah, I mean, how many times do we slip up with that?
Right. How long have we been on this freaking show and we still calling the man Luch? But it's Seventh Ave for the show. That's what it is. But it's an adjustment process. And it would be like him, you know, just like getting all in his feelings. Like, you guys ain't accepting me for who I say I am.
You guys don't address me by my name on a weekly basis because I'm always changing it.
Yeah.
And I can't get
Galaxy Note 10.
Yeah, right now you're freaking didn't put much thought into that one, did you?
No. I'm looking for sponsorship.
Oh
Keep looking.
man. But yeah, man, like my whole thing is this. I think sports, especially combat sports, we gotta draw the line somewhere. When you're having contact, especially like violent contact against, you know, someone of female gender, like it just, I don't know, man. It's tough. Or a female putting, now if she willingly puts herself in that situation, as far as football, let's say she wanted to be, I don't know, running back or something. Good luck.
Okay,
Good
so
luck.
on that note,
You'd have to get a beefy chick.
No, wait. On that note, I got a niece right now.
Uh-huh.
That's a beast in flag football. A beast. State championships, all of that shit. A beast. Quarterback. She can run, she can throw. A beast.
So
she's at the high school level. She's at the high school level, right? The high school that she's at has flag football. Because the high school that she has flag football, she has to stick with flag football. But because of who she is, who she was raised with, and how she eats, how she competes, she can compete with the boys at her level.
Well, then that completely negates the whole argument.
I'm
But
telling you, she can.
Until you get 6'3", 245 Reggie coming from the linebacker spot, fucking sacking the shit out of her ass.
Well, she has
Demartrius Jones comes in there, and he see her on the line, and he running at her full speed. Like, here's the thing: it's dangerous for boys playing football.
Yes,
You
absolutely.
understand the head trauma and everything that they
came out
go
with
through?
a lot of rules to help the quarterback.
That's what I was about to
came out with a
come
lot
up,
of
and
rules
then
to
that's
help the
what I was
quarterback
coming with.
where you can't hit him
You
like you
can't
used
hit the
to.
quarterback that hard. You can't.
You can't hit him with the helmet.
Quarterback.
You
The
can't
way
land
you
on
can
him.
Lay down a running back or a tight end or a wide receiver. The quarterback is protected. Quarterback got
So you
his
can't
own.
you
Yeah, but
can't
they
hit him
still
and
get
knock
fucked up.
knock the helmet off like how you see back in the day.
Yeah, no, hell no,
No.
hell no. Your
I
ass
need
is
to
can't
gonna
leave
add
with the
be,
helmet.
something
your
to
ass is
this.
gonna be ejected out of life.
What'd you say, Shelly? What'd you say, Shelly?
I said, I'm listening to everybody talk, and I'm just thinking about what I know all of you probably were taught growing up as boys to not hit girls.
Oh,
Nah,
My
fuck it. I was
thing
told
is,
if you got to smack the fuck. No, I'm just playing.
you was not taught that anyway.
I
So
was,
I was
my
raised by an
thing is,
alcoholic daddy.
if you're gonna be telling the boys to not hit girls, does that rule go out the window when they're on the field and they have to run at them full speed and knock them over?
well, yeah,
It
it,
goes back to what I was saying
Kinda,
earlier.
yeah.
But
it
that
becomes a regulated
I think
thing.
that's contradicting because then just throw all of it out.
And
Because
Not-
and really, how do you
it's
honestly
different
do that?
why are they telling the boys not to hit the girls?
How do you
Because
honestly
they
do
know
that
the
when you're on the
girls-
You're supposed to
field?
hit a
Right?
woman out of anger. You're not supposed to
When
hit.
you're on that
Nah,
field,
hold
you
on,
might
seven-
not be angry, but you're sure aggressive.
I was just about to say that.
You have any other? You have any other reason to hit a woman? Have you ever been like happy and smacked a bitch? No. You only hit people out of anger, bro. Like
And no,
dead ass.
unless you're on
Where
a
you're
football
proving
field.
my point.
No, you
It's
can
either
no.
it's either anger
No,
or
you don't have to be.
competition.
You don't have to be angry to smack the hell out of somebody on a football field. That I mean, you
I
get you
played
actually
football.
get joy out of that.
Like you get people to piss you off just so you can be mad at the other team just to hit with anger.
But it's an aggressive sport. They're trained to hit and stuff like
Yes.
that. So
Yeah.
my
And
thing
that's
is,
where I don't
understand
agree.
this whole thing of don't hit girls and then put them on the field with men to knock them over. Like I don't get it.
See, but I mean, like, how far does it? I don't know.
But
Yeah, I feel
they're not
like-
gonna, they're
I
not
like
gonna
to
put a
see
girl
it
in a position
even-
to get like that though.
I think in sports.
But then again, are they really playing the
regulated.
sport the way it should be? Like, is that rule across the board? Are you making special rules to accommodate the girl playing on the field? Like, look in the sense of the quarterback, are they doing that across the
Why do you
board
think the
for
girl
all
was the kicker?
quarterbacks?
Yeah.
But if they
Yeah,
have
that's all-
to do that,
that's all
then they just
quarterbacks.
need
Then
to
that's
remove
good. If they're
them
doing it
from
for
the game.
everyone,
They can
that's a
go play
level
with other
playing field.
females.
Yeah. No, like the quarterback rules is for everybody because the quarterback
yeah.
been getting fucked up in the recent years and shit. But like honestly, there's only a few positions on a football field that a girl could really play and
Quarterback.
compete at that kind of level.
Yeah, quarterback, kicker.
I don't know
What
about
about the
quarterback.
ones that
though.
don't want to do that? What about the ones that want to do?
Quarterback should
whatever
have to be
they want?
tall. You probably got to get someone like
Then-
what,
Then you
6'4"
better
in
be
there.
built like a
You're
brick.
supposed to be
shit
tall,
house
yeah,
be
because you
able
got to see
take
over
a
the
hit.
line.
And you got to have an arm on you.
Look,
Yeah.
any girl that wants to play
You
sport,
gotta have some testosterone pills in your purse.
Not to be a quarterback. No, not to be, because you got to remember the quarterback
You
is one
gotta
of the
have
most
that
protected.
arm on you, man. Come on now, that
No.
arm gotta sometimes.
No, you do gotta have that arm, yeah. But she has.
So
the,
at
I'm
no
saying
time
she has
the
that arm.
quarterback is
Ask
ever gonna
Carson
get
Wentz.
hit.
He been sacked 48 times this season,
Yeah, he has a horrible line.
and it ain't over yet.
He has a horrible fucking line. They don't like him.
Yeah,
The
put a-
old
put a
line,
girl back there.
the offensive line don't like him. If he got sacked 40 something times, bro, come on, Luch. You know his line don't like his ass.
I'd have just went home.
They just
Bruh,
step
think
back
about
every
it.
time. Every time
They
they're like,
letting his
"Oh,
ass get hit, bro. They letting him get hit, bro. There ain't no way in hell.
But
dude.
just think
That's
about
supposed
this.
to be your
bro, fucking,
protection.
like you, if Carson Wentz was a female quarterback, he would have been gotten like 40 free mammograms by now.
I'm not dealing with
I like
you, bro. No.
Like that was like the most silent fucking response to a joke, but
Yeah.
like everybody made some sort of like like y'all didn't put it and let the sound come out.
Oh man,
Not today.
It's a-
Mitch, not
it's a
today.
slippery slope, man.
You got John
But
over
honestly,
here
I
with his
think
chips.
the sports that girls would have the best the best capability of competing with men would be sports like baseball, fucking soccer, even fucking what's that other sport like basketball?
How about jousting? I haven't seen no
Yeah.
women in jousting.
Fuck joust, bruh.
It happens, bro. How about fencing? No, they do got women fencing. Women will whoop your ass in fencing and fuck you up, bro. Put a damn
I got
sword
it.
in your throat.
I got it. They should redo American Gladiators and fucking have it all trans people.
Dude.
I think that's how it was the first go around."
It might be. Because them motherfuckers
They
was
just didn't tell
androgynous
us,
as
right?
shit.
oh my god.
It wasn't out the closet yet. They didn't tell us.
I mean, Blaze was kind of manly looking.
Well, hold on. So, can trans people be gay? Like, that sounds like
Bro,
a stupid question.
No.
I don't
We're,
know.
we're not
Women's-
opening
they're a
that can
little
of
bit of both,
worms.
so they can't be gay. They get the most
That'll
of
be a
those
later show. That'll be a later show, bro. That's too much to fucking open up right now.
We only
You know,
got,
okay.
we only got 6
Remember
minutes
that
of
shit
show
right
left.
now?
We can't.
Okay, hold on.
Brothers,
So if would I have an advantage in any sort of way if I were to transition and then just be like, yeah, fuck it, and then transition back?
bro, check me out.
Ask Bruce Jenner.
The easiest thing I can tell you
Bruce
is
Jenner
what
did that.
my auto shop teacher taught me. It's like when you're bisexual, you never go home alone. Remember that.
Wow.
I think bisexuals are just greedy. But that's a whole other fucking show.
Oh man, I'm tweeting that. That's making the Twitter sphere.
Hold on. But- and this is a joke, okay? What I'm about to say is a joke. What if you're an ugly bisexual? Then you're like shot down on both sides, and it just sucks.
I mean,
You
nah,
probably
bro.
don't have those. You probably don't have ugly
Look.
bisexuals, bro. Probably don't
That's
exist.
people
Might not
don't
be-
get shot down. I don't know what
You might not be everybody's cup of. You might not be somebody's cup of tea, but you definitely somebody shot a Patron, bro. There's always a taker when you're bisexual. You just might not
But
like who
I don't
you get,
want to be
chosen by.
shot Patron, man.
I can't
What, you
believe
want to
where
be a
this show
shot
went. I can't believe where the fuck the show went. Like,
I'm
if y'all
telling
would
you.
have told me that we would have been going here, we wouldn't have had this show.
Look,
They cut the live stream a long time ago.
no, look, and I just want to clarify. I have nothing against transsexuals or gay people, or like, are bi people considered gay? Like, we have to go through with the LGB other acronym parts are, because
LGBTQ plus.
that
QA plus.
I have no problem with anybody.
QI.
With
Yeah,
that,
QA.
on that note, we got 4 minutes left, and it's
I
5
mean,
of us. So let's
that's
do
like trying to
final
figure out the
thoughts.
numbers of pi, bro.
Let's do final thoughts.
It's 3.1414141414 and all that shit. Infinitely.
Yeah, same shit.
OB. Lesbian, bisexual, transsexual, queer, intersex, asexual plus.
What the fuck is intersex?
Who is God? Who is God
Hey,
talking
we
right
got 3 minutes. We got 3 minutes.
We got
Let's
3
not
minutes
even.
left.
All right.
Right now.
We got
Alright.
3 minutes.
I'll go first. Bitches, quit being bitches. Dudes, quit being bitches. Bitches, quit being dudes. Be fucking you. No, I'm just saying. Women can't fight in men's sports. Men can't fight in women's sports. Find your own lane. I'm all for American trans gladiators. Fuck Little Caesars.
Well, I just want to be the complete opposite of whatever he said, because I don't think, I just don't think about any of that stuff. And I think be happy with who you are, whatever you are. I hope that's politically
That's
correct to say.
condescending. That's very wrong to say.
Well, I
It
don't
would be
know. Okay.
whomever you are.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And I think I'm the
Um,
most politically correct one.
Yeah. just be happy and have a good holiday season.
And don't be a dick.
Yeah, don't be a dick,
Miss
dude.
Shelley,
Or do that.
your final thoughts.
Oh God. Let's just all find a way to coexist. I know it can be hard sometimes, but let's just all find a way to coexist. That's all I have to say about this. And find me on Shelly Speaks Truth, or go ahead and check out my website, shellyspeakstruth.urbancountryfilms.com.
Dre Day, what you got for us, bro? What's your final thought?
Final thoughts would be live and let live. When I say live and let live, I mean, if you want to be identified as who you want to be, that's fine. I have no problem with that. Don't try to change the way I think, because I'm not going to try to change the way you think.
Mr. DeVar, what you got?
It's all about respect. Respecting people, respecting decisions that they make, and respect is a two-way street, not a dead-end road. It doesn't just go one way. So if you are advocating for a certain equality, take the good and the bad that comes with it. Don't just say equality, but then want special privilege based on, under the umbrella of equality. Take the good and the bad. Everyone gets criticized for what they do, regardless of what. If it's supposed to be an equal playing field, then let's make it that. But people equally have highs and lows, and you deal with them accordingly. And as far as sports, I still think that we haven't evolved to the point where it comes to combat sports, having women get put in a position to take any kind of damage from men. I just don't. It's not there yet. Maybe other sports, you have people like Simone Biles, Gabby Douglas. Maybe they could compete against men in their respective fields. When it comes to contact, that's kind of where I draw the line. In a combative situation, I don't think that we're there yet, where we can have co-ed.
One last question for everybody on the panel. How do y'all feel about the Darth Sidious hoodie thing going?
About what?
The hoodie.
How do you feel about me and the Darth Sidious hoodie thing, like hiding my eyes and shit?
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Amazing.
Yeah, I'm glad it's not covering any more of your face and it's not a white hoodie, because I find that would be offensive.
I got one more question before we fire off. Shells, I heard something through the grapevine, something about a book with your name on it or something like that.
Bro, you are so terrible at these segues, bro.
I did. Hey, Shelly, right?
Yes, guys. Yes.
you act like y'all don't live in the same house.
It is true. Yes, I will be relaunching my book, Grown Little Girls. You can go and look that up on Facebook and look around for it. It will be coming early next year. So everyone be on the lookout for that. Again, you can go and check out the Facebook page, grown little girls, and it'll be coming soon.
Tight work.
Awesome.
Tight work. Tight work.
Hey, work. I can't wait. I'll actually buy a copy. I might read it too.
And with
Well,
that,
I hope you will read it.
I'll buy the book.